Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Corey Salty True Floyd with the Amerime Junkies podcast. Today, I'm talking to a couple of streamers about what they're playing and just, all around life. Have a good time. This is the Amerime Junkies. How you doing? And we're back. I know I'm the only junkie here, but that's okay. Everyone is out working on some projects, doing their thing. But here today, I've got Nerdstorm92. You might remember him from an installment of the Geek Report. And of course,
What's
I've
up?
got
What's up?
Val.
Hello.
Tell us your Twitch name exactly, darling.
My Twitch name is I go by Alien, but the username itself is VAlienX underscore.
Ah, okay. And we're here to talk about games and just see what the hell is going on because it's been weird, man. It's been weird. It's been weird. Like shoot, like I'm not gonna lie. This year, this is like the first time forever I got back into Fortnite. That zero build.
Oh yeah, that zero build mode is lovely. I've been playing that a lot lately, and it's really got me back into Fortnite. Realistically, I was not a fan of Fortnite. Like my whole stick was, I don't want to sit there and play a game and try and be shooting at somebody, and they sit there and build Gotham City on me. Like I ain't got time for
Exactly.
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. That's what turned me away from it too. It took me forever to even get into Fortnite. I just started playing Fortnite maybe last month. But I've
Nice.
been enjoying it so far. Now that I don't have to worry about the building or anything like that. It just wasn't for me before.
Exactly.
Mm. All right. So one of my first questions. First video game you hated.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
that's a good question. That's a good
That's a
question.
good question. It's definitely a good question.
I remember.
Val, you
I
want to go
remember
first?
mine, and that's it's gonna show my age.
Ooh.
Mike Tyson Punch Out, because Mike
I
Tyson
can
was
see
a
that.
goddamn savage.
I never even made it far in that game. Whenever I did play it,
Mm.
You would think you were doing really good until you got to Mike Tyson. When that one punch took half your life bar, you just like, oh god,
he was the original One Punch Man.
like, bruh. Mike Tyson's so intimidating. I still wouldn't fuck with him now in life. Like, matter of fact, Mike Tyson is real life Uncle Iroh from Avatar. Think about it. He's a calm, peace loving man now, but back in the
Now,
day,
Right.
absolute savage.
Mm-hmm.
But what?
Absolutely. That's a good ass comparison. That's a good comparison.
oh yeah.
So what game? What game was on your trash list?
Hmm.
Ooh.
Val, you
I
want to go first?
think
Mm.
I think the first game that I was turned away from playing, honestly, and it's solely because of the community around it, completely
Oh
toxic,
man.
was anything involving Call of Duty. That was the first time
Ah!
that I hopped on a game and didn't want to play.
Oh.
No, I don't want to do any of this. I don't even want to try because it was
Oh
just too much,
man.
especially when everything was first picking up. Everybody remembers how the internet used to be and how gaming used to be and lobbies and everything it just it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with, and I didn't want to deal with it myself. Yeah.
Man, them Call of Duty lobbies, man.
Oh yeah,
Woo!
they horrendous,
But I'd
especially
say
back in the
look,
day.
little Billy and all them just dropping n bombs like it's nothing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. just doing too much.
I was like, damn. I was like, as soon as you lose, you just go straight for the N word. Damn.
Right. And they always have to bring your mom into it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's oh
Y'all seen that
man.
TikTok where that guy married this kid's mom just to get back at him because he used to talk trash on, at him on Call of Duty?
I'm
He's like,
sorry. That's
you
a
remember
whole.
so and so
That is
something
a whole new
from
level of
Call of Duty
petty.
back in the day?
Yeah, I didn't see that, but now I have to.
But for
Meanwhile,
me,
I'm looking at videos about pink sauce, but no, he got. But what's yours, Nerd Storm?
now, people might hate me for this, and it's okay. It's okay.
Ooh.
But I used to hate Halo at first. I used to hate
Ooh.
Halo at first, and it wasn't until I actually, got my first Xbox, like the OG Xbox, and it came
Okay.
with Halo 2. And I actually sat down and played with my cousin, and I was like, you know what, this game's not that bad. And then I actually kind of like started liking Halo, and
Okay.
up until like Halo, 4, and then I fell off. But yeah, it was definitely Halo for me at first, because I never played the first one. And I always hated how everybody in school was always like, "Oh, you got to play Halo. You got to play Halo 2. This, that, the third." I'm like, "No, I don't. I like my
Hmm.
single player games."
I feel that.
Oh man, Halo. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that was a husky ass game changer for me. I was sold before I even had the system because I was inside was it no, it wasn't even called GameStop yet. It was Funko Land.
That or
And
EB Games, I think.
I was playing the demo, and the demo was long as shit. I was just like, oh. After I was like, that was just the demo. They're like, yeah, man. I was like, all right, I need this. I need this now.
No, the thing that sold me on Halo 2 was during that first mission, and you're fighting like in the space station or whatever, because you're getting like decorated. I forgot the specifics of it, but you're fighting, and then like you walk outside of like the space station, and just out of nowhere, all these like flying aliens just rush up at you, and then they just start coming out of nowhere. First and foremost, it scared the hell out of me. It scared the hell out of me. And then I was like, that was actually kind of cool. That was a nice setup there.
Oh, okay. So, what? Well, let's say, what's your favorite franchise?
Hmm.
Like just right now. It doesn't have to be for all time. Just what
Okay.
franchise are you feeling right now? They've got they've got your attention.
Mm.
That's a good question too.
Listen, man, I've been in this interview game for a minute. I'm starting to get real good at it.
Oh man.
Which, by the way, y'all, I have an interview with Nerdstorm92 and two more streamers that will be coming out in the Amerime Wire magazine, projected for September.
Okay, let's go.
Gotta start the plugs on that,
Yes, sir.
But for me, I might have to say, I'm just gonna say Elder Scrolls. I'm a huge Elder Scrolls fan. I know there hasn't been an Elder Scrolls game since 2011, but
So
I
that's
still
okay.
to I still to this day play Skyrim. Like I still have it on my damn Xbox right now. I just love Skyrim. Like it's it's literally it's literally my favorite game of all time. And then because I started playing Elder Scrolls games with Skyrim, I went back and played a couple of other ones like Oblivion, Morrowind, all that. And I was
Mm,
just like, these are amazing games. And I love RPGs too. So yeah, it's gonna have to be the Elder
More when does
Scrolls.
that work?
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was like my
Definitely.
first RPG on Xbox.
Yeah. Now, if you go back and play it now, it's a little weird because it doesn't have a lot of those, modern, RPG elements like a map HUD or whatever.
Right.
You literally had to go read this book or read this map, look at all the, the landmarks and whatnot, and figure out
Hmm.
where you're going. Because if not, you're gonna be lost.
You're like, yeah, you could literally just get lost.
Hmm.
Like I'll never forget one of my homies had to restart their game because they flat out got lost. Yeah,
Wait, how far was he in the game though?
70 hours.
Ooh,
That
ooh,
hurts.
Yeah,
That,
that hurts. That
ow.
hurts.
he was just like
That's
I'm
a hurt piece.
because he literally at one point was roaming around for like an hour and a half and was just like, I'm lost. I can't. He's like, I can't. I, I gotta restart this shit.
I know he had to have been contemplating that for so long because I would
Mhm.
like, nah, that hurts. Um, Personally, for me, I don't know. I'm really big into horror games.
Mm.
I'll say one franchise that I've started to give more attention to would be the FNAF franchise. I'll say that. And that's specifically because of certain YouTubers that I've been watching that do a really good job of just making it more, more engaging for me personally. But then once they drop the security breach and everything, I'm like, all right, this is actually like a solid game, and I like how they how they display the lore. You know what I mean? How they wrap the story all together and how everything was going. And so that makes me want to go back and see what I'm missing. You know what I mean?
Mm. It's
Yeah, that's
definitely
definitely something that takes my interest.
it's definitely a lot. It's definitely a lot of puzzle pieces, and I'm gonna keep it a
Hmm.
beat. If it wasn't for Matt Pat's game theory, I would have never got
Hmm.
invested. I'd have been
Yeah,
like, listen, I get it. Chuck E. Cheese animatronics are creepy. Move on.
yes. Yeah, that was basically how I was with it too. It took a lot for me to even want to give it a chance. And then my younger siblings were getting into it like way before I was cuz it's supposed to be aimed towards kids in a sense. Especially now that they have like Foxy toys and like toy stores and Toys R Us and stuff. Yeah. So
Which is
um
still kind of weird.
it is. It is. Yeah, same with how they've been doing that with Poppy Playtime and having Huggy Wuggy toys in like kids stores.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I think that
Yo,
that's really weird as
yeah.
well.
It's
I'm
It's
like
just
it's really
y'all
like,
are up
weird.
to something.
I understand how it could, I guess, appeal to kids because that aesthetically, that's what it's supposed to be, but that's not what the game itself is supposed to be. You know,
and the
not
weird
at
part
all.
is like, yo, that was very terrorizing looking creature. But then the next level, you're just like, okay, Spider Lady. You're like,
Yes.
you're not that scary. Okay.
And then naming her mommy long legs when you know that you have your toys in children's store, like that's weird. That's weird.
I didn't even think about that. Yo.
Yes. Bruh, like they show like a whole clip like on like the little VHSs that they have in the game of
Right.
kids playing with mommy long legs and so excited to play with mommy long legs. I don't want to play with
Sound
mommy
like
long
I
legs.
feel like Chris Hansen should about to come out the corner like,
That's what I'm saying. No.
That game is
No.
not made for kids.
yeah, it really isn't.
It's
And
not.
and and it kind of makes me go back to Fortnite because I'm just like, yo, it's a lot of kids that play this, like a
Yeah.
lot of them,
Mhm.
and they put certain things in the game that makes no sense to me. I'm like, why would a kid know John Wick skin? And and and, and the
Exactly.
crazy part is like I can't even tell like the skin I wear is
Mhm.
RoboCop. Hands down, the last thing you should put in front of a child. But say in the first movie, he literally shoots somebody in the dick, and now I've got him doing dances.
Shoot, speaking of that, the skin that I use in Fortnite is Darth Vader.
Bruh,
He's not a good example either.
bruh. Shit, Darth Vader, like in a galaxy far, far away, my man was like a school shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like pardon your sensitivities if you feel some sort of way, but we all seen it. We seen the movie. We seen that first episode of Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Vader and kids do not mix whatsoever.
Damn.
Not at all.
What? Okay. If you could turn one series, no matter what it is, into a video game, what would it be? It could be a TV show. It could be a movie. It could be an anime.
Ooh, okay. I got a good one.
All right.
Okay, I don't know if any of you've watched it, but The Boys on Amazon Prime.
Ooh.
That would be sick.
That way, literally.
But damn, how would that work as a game?
I don't know, because
I'm with it, but damn.
That's a good question. Like, because you could do some kind of, I guess you could say, play on like, oh, you're playing as this superhero team, but you're really out here fucking shit up and getting people killed.
Yo.
Oh man. And then you could probably do like a what is it called? Like in certain video games where you have like a good and evil meter or whatever. You can kind of do like that, even though Homelanders would be literally on the far, left side of the evil meter. He'd break through it.
Right.
Even though he's probably to be the person I'd play with, though.
I don't know.
Wait, this is just me thinking randomly. Does Family Guy have a game do they have a game? Because Rick and Morty has a bunch.
I mean, they
definitely have a couple video games.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen them. I'll have to look into that.
That's because they weren't good.
They haven't came out with one in a long time though. So
they weren't good.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, like they were.
Makes sense.
They were.
Go ahead.
It wasn't no Simpsons Road Rage
or Simpsons Hit and Run,
aka Grand Theft Homer.
Oh my God, yes. That game I put hours into.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I heard somebody was making a remake mod of that game, and I need to find out a way to play
it. Right.
Okay. Sometimes the mod community, man, they be clutch.
Mods have been killing it lately.
Shout out to the mod community, because y'all don't get enough credit. It really don't.
Be doing some better work to some of these game developers, honestly.
They put CJ from Grand Theft Auto and Stray.
I saw that. Oh my God. I was like, yo, going too far, man. You're going too far. There's a limit. There is a line you must never cross, and you crossed it.
Oh my goodness.
I've even seen this one was a little bit more appropriate for Stray. They did a Garfield one. I was like, see, that you're staying below the line, but CJ, you crossed it, man.
But
what series? I kind of want to play with the CJ mod.
What series or show or movie would you turn into a video game, Val?
For a serious answer, probably. Oh, but see, that show's not. I feel like that show's not long enough. I feel like
what show?
The universe and everything that they created for the anime Parasite is so interesting. It's one of my favorite shows of all time.
It could be fleshed out into a decent show.
the little alien thing on his face.
Yes, with Migi coming
Oh
out of his hand.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, now
yeah.
that could be flushed out into an anime.
Mm,
I mean, a video game.
mm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I just don't.
the
How would that work
writing.
though? Because well, they do have kind of like superpowers in the system. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
kind of like a
listen,
hack and
if
slash
Sega
type
could put
thing.
out the Yakuza series, Parasite can be done.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back after a quick message. This is the Amerime Junkies podcast. And we're back. Got got to pay bills around this motherfucker. All right, here's I got another good one. Okay.
Okay.
Which game could you, if you could, go back and experience it for the first time all over again?
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay, I know. I know.
Ooh.
So I would have to say Sly Cooper.
Ooh.
I, I, the amount of times that I played Sly Cooper 1, I played them all, but Sly Cooper 1 is by far my favorite one out of the entire series. But especially that first level going through the police department, that's honestly what made me fall in love with the Sly Cooper franchise altogether, because the gameplay and just the aesthetic of that game was
Mhm.
just chef's kiss. Like you can't get much better than that. Like honestly, in my opinion, that's probably one of the best PlayStation 2 era games of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Whoa.
you still got your Ratchet and Clanks, your Jack and Daxters and whatnot. But for me personally, Sly
I mean,
Cooper
that's
is
a
where it's at. Sly Cooper's where it's at. I would probably play that for the first time if I could.
wow. That's a strong statement.
Yeah, that's very heavy.
Yeah,
That's very
I
heavy.
respect it.
I re-
He planted
Absolutely.
his feet in the ground with that.
It's a respectable opinion, and statement. Um, for me personally, and actually, this one's also because I wish that I didn't already see gameplay before I had played it. I wish that I got to just experience it fully, and get that real first experience from it. But definitely the Little Nightmare series, just because of how much
Ooh.
depth is in that series. Like they put so much in there and create this entire, messed up world without using any dialogue whatsoever. There's no talking in the game whatsoever. But the way that they piece together every single bit of the story is just miraculous to me.
Mm.
And just playing it, even, again, I watched it first before I played it, but um just watching it, even like I couldn't take my eyes off of the screen with how immersed I was in that game
Yeah,
and
Yeah, I've
just
heard
that
it's
it's
series
it's
in
very
general.
sad.
Hmm.
say it again.
No, I said I heard it's very sad. I've never played it myself, but I heard
It's
it's pretty sad.
It'll
yeah.
break your heart in some spots. It'll break your heart in some spots for sure. You'll feel betrayed.
There, it's a it's a beautiful visual story.
Yes,
Beautifully sad, but still beautiful.
absolutely.
Yeah,
And
I
I
like.
hope they release a third one.
Ah, I I'm
Go ahead.
sorry. They're not.
I know.
Uh,
All right. I know that the original maker of the series I'm missing words, excuse me. But the original creators of the series dropped it, but there was another that picked it up afterwards, and they said that they were, working on it, that it was in plans, but wasn't exactly sure of the likeliness of it. But I mean, I keep hope in my heart. I don't know, man. I hope they do,
But
because I feel
here's
it's not finished. It's not finished.
because here's the question. Here's a question for you.
Okay.
Do you or would you be confident with other people picking up that franchise and story outside of the creators?
That's the thing. It would depend on the other people.
Because
I
it
do
has
know
been
that. Go
plenty
ahead.
of franchises have gone to shit when they passed it off to other folks.
Yeah, I know, and I mean, I am worried about that, but I feel as though it's a series that deserves an ending. You know,
I can
I
respect
just
that.
feel like it needs to be concluded. It's not finished at all where it left off at. Um, I, I don't know. I have hope in my heart. Not saying that
He
it's going to
said,
be
"I want
likely,
my
but it would be
game."
nice. It would be nice.
Mm. Hope hope it get you done around these parts, man. Because I remember a long time ago I hoped Saints Row 4 was going to be good. Was wrong. But hey, there's a reboot happening, so maybe it all works out.
There's that.
So what? Here's one. What was your what the fuck moment in a video game?
Hmm.
Like you was just like, wait, what the fuck?
Like, okay, but there's a couple things that could cause a what the fuck moment.
Yeah.
Are we talking about us, stumbling upon something in a game, whether it be story or, a boss or whatever, that's just making us say, what the fuck is this? Or is it like,
It's got to
something
be
happened
a
to us in the
twist,
game? Okay.
a plot moment
Okay.
that just threw you all the way off. Like, what the fuck? I didn't like this. This is what's happening right now. Like, I
Mm.
think one of my favorite what the fuck moments was back on PlayStation 2 with Metal Gear Solid 2, and
Mm.
how the beginning of the game you played is Snake. We
Mm.
all know him, and then when the game really starts, you was some new motherfucker named Raiden, looking like he was fresh off the K-pop Express, and not only was I not feeling him, but then I actually see Snake in the game. I'm like, what the fuck? Whose man's
Like,
is this?
why is he here?
I
Mm.
was like, y'all really got me running around here with this dude. I was like, come on, man, he got platinum blonde hair. But now he a badass cyborg ninja. So Kojima was like, all
Mm.
right, he got to get him some street cred. What was
I'm
it?
gonna need a minute to think about mine.
Yeah.
All right.
See,
Meanwhile, no, that's fine.
that's a good question.
Meanwhile, video game, video game soundtrack.
Oh, okay. Sh- Shout out to okay, I've mentioned this already. Shout out to the creators of Stray, because they killed it with the soundtrack. Oh my god, it didn't have to go that hard. Like, there was a point where I streamed my playthrough. There's a point where I was playing, and I'm over here into what was going on, but all of a sudden, a song came on, and I found myself making the nasty face, like, like, yeah, like, damn, why they add this in here? Where did the song come from? Who made this? I need the soundtrack right now. That one
Okay.
absolutely beautiful. But aside from that, beautiful soundtrack, Persona series.
I can definitely see that. I can definitely see that.
The
I
Persona
don't personally
series.
play Persona, but my wife does, and that does go pretty hard.
Lynn kills it
Soundtrack
every time.
does go hard.
Hmm.
Mm.
And all of the, at least for five, and I believe for four, I'm not exactly sure. I need to double check. But at least for five, all of the songs are sang by the same woman. Her name is Lynn. She's
Mm.
an absolutely amazing singer. Um, they really put their foot in that game. Yeah.
How
For
about you,
me,
Nerd
I'm
Storm?
probably going to have to say Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
I just have to go with Kingdom Hearts because
okay.
I don't know what it is about their intros and just the music in general. Like I understand like during most of the game, like it's got
Mhm.
like Disney
Yeah.
remix songs or whatnot,
Yep.
but
Mhm.
like the intro music and everything, it hits you in the soul. Like it's
It
especially
does.
like I understand like a lot of people didn't like Kingdom Hearts 3 like that, but the starting music for that, it was I just loved it so much. Like there's been multiple times where like me and my wife got in the car and I just look at her, I'm like, hit it. And she knows exactly what to do. She knows exactly what to do. And then we just in the car vibing, pulling up to a stoplight, we just vibing, and then somebody just looking at us. And I just rolled the window down, like, yeah, this is we listening to that Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, yeah, what's up?
Mm.
But yeah, it's definitely Kingdom Hearts for me. Like it that goes hard.
With that being said, do you prefer Simple and Clean or Sanctuary?
Oh,
Ooh.
Because I'll answer that right now.
simple and
Sanctuary is
clean.
mine.
Ooh.
Ah,
Well, well, well. The divide.
I'm sorry, but like this simple and clean, and it doesn't because you know how simple and clean and sanctuary for that matter, it's got like multiple different versions. Like
mhm.
simple and clean it just goes too hard for me. I'm sorry. And it's the original one, so it's like
I mean, I understand, and like at the end of the day, like Simple and Clean is always gonna hit more nostalgia notes than Sanctuary because it was the original. You feel me? Like that was the first one. That's like, like yeah, like I like this, But um, I don't know. Sanctuary just has a way of hitting the soul for me. You know what I mean? Like I listen to it and I feel like I could just chillax and just feel myself. You know what I mean?
Shoot,
I
with
feel like
simple
I'm
and
in my
clean, it makes
sanctuary. You know what I'm saying?
The
simple
one
and clean makes me
soundtrack.
feel like I'm in the club just vibing like Terry Crews off of White Girls, just like
Mhm.
with the glow sticks and everything.
The one soundtrack that I just love because it comes in and it just doesn't stop till the game is over. Doom.
Ooh.
I'm why I'm
I can see that.
because
Mhm.
it ain't nothing but a fucking ballroom blitz.
Mhm.
Nothing but like it's just a mosh pit that don't stop.
Mhm. I
But
like
the
that.
one thing I'll always put over it, one song, Sonic Adventure 2, Follow Me.
Okay.
Can't listen. You can't tell me nothing. We driving on the interstate. Oh yeah, cruising around at the speed of sound.
It's definitely one of those songs.
I think
Definitely
everybody
for
loves
sure.
that song though.
Mhm.
Even if you're not a Sonic
Mm.
fan, you got to love that song and know where it's from.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, best your favorite video game character intro. Just the way they were introduced to the story.
Mm.
I'll go. Uh, Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater. The first time you meet Revolver Ocelot, and he's literally like he's doing all the gun tricks. He's just he's just showing off how much of a bad motherfucker he is,
Mhm.
just to still not shoot Snake.
That's actually
Now
another
I
good question.
now
That's a difficult to answer question
hmm,
because now I have to think specifically of like when characters were introduced.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I could hardly remember how I meet half the people in my life.
Okay, I think I got one. I think I got
okay.
one. So, have y'all ever played Destroy All Humans?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so y'all remember how I can't even remember his name right now. What is his name? Either way, like just the way he's brought into the story, especially like how you got to take out that farm in the beginning of
Mm-hmm.
the story. Like this
Mm-hmm.
is so funny, especially like when you walk when the farmer and his wife see you for the first time,
Yeah.
and she calls her husband out. They're like aliens.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
yeah,
That is a
destroy all
good one.
humans.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. Especially like what really got me like really liking that game. Besides the main character, but uh,
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could call him like your partner or the other alien that's
Yeah.
on the mothership and whatnot. He's voiced
Mhm.
by the same guy who voice acts Invader Zim. So that's really
Right.
what got me into that. So
I
yeah.
didn't know that. You taught me
Oh yeah.
something. That makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He has such a distinctive voice. That's why when I heard him on uh the YouTube series Hell of a Boss, I was like, "Hey, I know that guy."
Mm-hmm.
Now he's an imp. But yeah, wow,
Mm.
that's a good one. Huh.
This is a good question in general. I still don't know my answer. I'm not gonna hold you.
That's okay.
Mm.
I always don't worry. I always got another question in the holster. What
All
game
right,
were you sold on from the trailer? Now, we've all been capped by a good video game trailer.
I was just about to name one that I was kind of capped by. Yeah. Cause,
It's okay. It's okay to
hmm
admit if we got capped because it happened to all of us. But
yeah,
which one did you see the commercial for? You was just like, bet. So
this game
that's
that
it.
came out by Square Enix called Lost in Random. The trailer looks so interesting, and mind you, like the game wasn't bad at all. Like I enjoyed the game, but it didn't live up to my expectations. Especially as far as like the gameplay and the combat was. It was really really slow. Like all you had a magical dice. It's literally lost in random. Like everything in the world is determined by randomness, by dice, by a roll of dice. So you have dice were actually also creatures at some point. Like they had powers and like they were held to high regard. So you had a dice, um, but you also just had a slingshot, and you had to hit certain points on your enemies in order to release these crystals that your dice absorbed in order for you to be able to roll a dice and then like get certain things. And they made it really complicated, and it made the combat super slow. And honestly, that's the only beef that I have with that game. Aside from that, the story was great. The ending was not what I expected. A little hmm, they could have done more with the ending, but aside from that, I enjoyed it.
Okay. Okay. Nerd Storm.
For me, there's really only one game that I could say because this game really pissed me off. Like when I actually played it for the first time, as I saw the trailer, I was like, "Yo, this is going to be dope. This is going to be amazing." So it's Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Tenkaichi, and if you haven't played that game, like it's so trash. Like the what sold me on that game is the fact that this was going to be the first, at the time, the first Dragon Ball game where you had character customization
Mhm.
and all this stuff. I was like, yo, this is going to be amazing. I get to create my own sand,
Mhm.
go around just blast this stuff, and it's just being a Dragon Ball character, and
Mhm.
you get the game, you get into the character customization menu, and there is literally like 5 options, across, your hair, and that's literally, honestly, the hair is really the only thing you can really change, and that kind of pissed me off at first. And then you got to the gameplay, and the gameplay was just hot garbage. And realistically, now that I think about it, the gameplay in and of itself was literally a copy and paste of that Xbox 360 Connect Dragon Ball game. It was literally the exact same gameplay, but just turned into, a controller version. And
That's
it just pissed
That's
me
lazy.
off so much. I'm like, yo,
that's.
this is garbage. I took that game
But
back
you
to
was
GameStop
sold
the
on
very
that
next day.
trailer.
I was, and I was like, character customization in a Dragon Ball game. This is gonna be amazing. That's why when the Xenoverse series came out, and they just did phenomenally with like everything. Like, albeit that game had its own few problems, but it was just that's one of the better Dragon Ball games in my opinion. But this one, Ultimate Tenkaichi, it literally ruined the Tenkaichi name, because all the other the Budokai Tenkaichi series and everything, those are good. But then when I got this one, you were thinking like, oh, this is the epitome of the Tenkaichi series. Nope.
I'm gonna
But yeah,
just say
that was
this.
for me.
I'm gonna just say this because I think all I got to do is say the title and snuff said. I was sold off the trailer. Very disappointed with the outcome, but eventually it figured itself out. Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah, that first teaser trailer, I was sold. I'll never forget. It was 2013. First trailer. I was like, I'm sold. Had to wait, and wait, and they pushed a game that wasn't even done. But eventually, they figured it all out. I'm still playing it.
I
So
haven't even touched it yet.
Yeah, me neither.
now that
Yes.
I suggested now that it's actually up to snuff.
Okay.
Like I suggested to people, but
I heard that it still has problems though, especially the next gen version of it. I heard that was still the worst version of it.
I I haven't seen or heard any complaints, and I think if you play on PC, that's probably just the safest route to go. So, but I know Nerdstorm actually has to get out of here. He has a stream coming up.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Nerdstorm 92, you can check him out on Twitch as well as his very awesome TikTok and
Oh
his
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Instagram. What are you playing tonight?
I'm gonna be playing Fortnite of all games.
Hey,
Let's go. Get them dubs.
I'm gonna
it's
try
nothing.
to.
It's nothing wrong with that. Nerdstorm, I want to thank you for coming in today. Truly, it's
Oh yeah,
always a
oh yeah.
pleasure and honor. And I'll be seeing you. It's just gonna be
All right, y'all.
me and Val for a little bit.
All right, y'all have
Say
a good night.
less.
Appreciate
All
you
Of
right.
for
course.
letting me be here.
Of course. Be safe out there.
Peace.
All right. Give us one moment, folks. We'll be right back. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're the Amerime Junkies. It's just me and Val now. Nerdstorm 92. He's over on Twitch getting ready to stream.
Let's
Hey,
go.
Val.
Hey.
Okay, so uh, is that a? I'm about to say I'm looking at your background. See a Gengar there.
Yeah. Wait. This way. Yep. That's my Gengar Build-A-Bear. He has some pajamas on.
A Gengar Build-A-Bear. I did not know
Yes.
that was a thing.
Yes. They released the Pokemon line that has all of the evolutions, the starters from Gen 1. Um has Gengar, has Pikachu, of course. Um and a couple different Pokemon in there. Yeah.
If it don't got
They
Snorlax, it don't count.
Yeah, I don't think they have Snorlax, but Squishmallows is dropping a Snorlax.
How you gonna have Squishmallow but not Snorlax though?
That's a good question. I know they're having With Squishmallow, they're dropping a Pikachu, they're dropping a Gengar, Snorlax, and Togepi.
Of course they gonna drop a damn Pikachu. They have to
Of
drop a
course,
Pikachu.
of
Like
course.
that's the
That's
motherfucking
the
franchise player.
exactly the one Pokemon that you can guarantee is going to be there if it's Pokemon is a Pikachu.
Yo, I'm still surprised that like the Pokemon video games are like still going strong.
Oh my god,
But
I'm
now,
surprised the anime is still going strong.
but now it's like, but now from what I saw in the video game, you can actually like get fucked up by wild Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah, like they will jump you. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't I played the new one, but it wasn't my game, so I didn't get to like actually play through it. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, they will jump you. They're pretty ruthless. It's visually pleasing too, I will say.
That Pokemon should be ruthless. Of like just they're literally just out in the wild. Because
Hmm.
I'm like at the end of the day, they're all wild fucking animals.
I feel like it got not the games, but I feel like just Pokemon in general got less ruthless over time. Cause like
Which still
before, like
doesn't make sense to me.
it doesn't like in the first series ever, we had like whole Pokemon like dying. Like we saw like the fish Pokemon like on people's dinner plates. You know what I mean?
Which I mean, listen, and I lost some folks on this one because I'm like, listen, I'm a savage. I'm like, I will make a Bulbasaur Caesar salad if I'm hungry.
Ah,
I'm like, look, I will have a milk tank milkshake.
all right, that's crazy. That crazy, but
I
that I
mean,
don't
what?
know. I
It
feel like a
makes
milk tank
milk.
will be able to make a really good milkshake though.
Hey, I'm like, people, like, I'm like, I don't get this. Like these, like a lot of these animals ain't even too far off.
They're not. They're
Well,
really not.
I have some Toro steak. Like,
I wonder how a Gyarados would taste.
I don't know. Gyarados look like it don't taste good. It's,
Just taste angry.
because I'm like Magikarp don't look like it tastes good, and neither does Gyarados. It's just like
Nah, I wouldn't.
nah.
I wouldn't eat a Magikarp. I don't know. Gyarados might be a bit more meaty.
I don't know. Niggas look very skeletal to me. Shit, I'm like, listen, I'll make a whole new faction. Like, listen, we all about Pokemon, but we'll eat a motherfucker too. Like, we ain't no team magma or plasma or rocket. Team hungry.
Team
Have
fork and spoon.
everybody have a big a H on their shirt. Be named after spices and sauces and shit.
Actually, that's gonna be the next game that they drop. Pokemon Fork and Pokemon Spoon.
Stop. The one thing I wish they could do, just like as a marketing program for Pokemon,
Mhm.
is just have a bunch of celebrities and who their starting 6 Pokemon would be.
Mm.
Because I'm just like, you know who would probably have some savage Pokemon? Gordon Ramsay.
Absolutely, absolutely. He would have the angriest Pokemon. He would have at least 3 fighting types.
He'd probably have 2 to 3 fighting types,
Mm-hmm.
2 fire types,
Yup.
and an air type.
Ay,
Like
I
I
can see that.
like I would just like I would, and the funny thing is I would just go all out. I'd have to add one of my favorite personalities. I'm like,
Hmm.
who's Cardi B's starting 6 Pokemon?
I was just about to say who would be Nick Cannon's.
Oh Lord. I,
I know
somehow
there's
it
a
was
Jinx in there somewhere.
somehow it would still end up being the Wild and Outcast. It's like, I choose you, DC Youngfly.
It's gonna come out like
Carlos Miller, Justina, go. DJ Direct.
oh my god. DJ D-Rec
Things are
as a
getting
Pokemon.
rough. Things are getting rough. It's time to break out. Conceded and Hitman Holla.
Conceded. Use. Cut the beat.
Oh my goodness.
That'd be
Gotta catch
crazy.
'em all with your goofy headed ass. I'm like, DC Youngfly, you screech. Oh my goodness.
It was very effective.
Horrible. I ain't shit.
Hell no. Delivering the salty truth.
I ain't shit for that. But shit, Nick can't do it. Nick Cannon in the Pokemon world, all he's doing is catching women.
I was gonna say there
gotta,
has to be
gotta
a Jinx
impregnate them
somewhere.
all.
There's a Jinx in there somewhere. There's a Gardevoir in there somewhere. I assure you, he has an Aquarion. I mean, a Vaporeon. Why did I say Aquarion? A Vaporeon.
I'd say Nick Cannon gonna have a pregnant girl in each village.
I bet you he's from the Hoenn region.
Well played, well played.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. But hey. So in the console wars, which side do you sit on?
PlayStation. I don't own an Xbox. My thing is, if I want to play an Xbox game, then I can do so on my PC. So I have a gaming computer and I have a PlayStation.
Hey, fair enough.
Yeah, that's just how I feel about it. I understand, like, the functionality of Game Pass and all of that, but I can use Game Pass on my PC. Yeah. I don't need the console for that.
This is true.
Yeah, so if I end up getting the console, it would just be to have it, to be completely honest.
All the more reason why I believe Xbox will win in the long run, because you don't even need a console.
That's the thing, but at that point, is it really Xbox? It's really Microsoft at that point. Just Microsoft, not under the Xbox name.
No, it's still like to have access to the Game Pass, you still would have to sign up through Xbox. It would just be on PC.
Well, but if they're
and remember, Xbox is owned by Microsoft, so at the end of the day,
I know
still win.
I know, but that's what I'm saying here. Cause like, all right, if let's say Microsoft got rid of the console, and just, which I don't think they ever would, to be completely honest, probably just not. But let's say if they ever did get rid of the console and switch to on like PC only, then would it even be Xbox at that point? Because the Xbox originally was the console. Like, if you're still going through Game Pass, they might as well just change the name to Windows. I mean, not Windows, Microsoft at that point.
Well, no, they used to call themselves Microsoft Gaming back in the 90s when they were the only one doing PC games the best.
Oh, see, you putting me onto something. I was a kid at that point, so I didn't know, all of the history behind it.
There's a great documentary that's available on YouTube for absolutely free. It's called Power On. It's a in-depth look at the inception and creation of Xbox from the idea to now, flaws and all. And a lot of people get to learn how savage Bill Gates really is.
Okay, bet. I'm gonna definitely tap into that. Like,
a lot of people let them sweaters and them glasses and them Docker pants fool you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of savagery in that pocket protector.
I will say though, PlayStation made a boss move with what they just did with PlayStation Network.
What'd they do?
So they made it tiered now. So regular PlayStation Network that that you get before, that would be like basic tier. Now they also have an elite tier, which can give you certain games for free, certain games for discounts, certain games that aren't available on basic for discounted. But if you have the premium tier, yeah, if you have premium tier, then you have access to the retro catalog.
Hmm.
Yeah, so like you can even play like Ape Escape, like that's available on there. You know,
Interesting. Because
yeah.
that just sounds like Game Pass with a tier system.
I mean, I don't know as much about Game Pass. I don't own an Xbox.
No, I'm telling you, this is exactly what Game Pass is.
Hmm.
Game Pass gives you access to a large title of games, including day
Hmm.
ones.
Okay.
Some day ones. They
Hmm.
give you access to 360 stuff as well as
Hmm.
original Xbox stuff.
Well, before PlayStation didn't have their retro catalog open at all. You know what I
Yeah, it's
mean?
because
Like
they
they
were
had,
stupid.
yeah. So
they
doing that now has opened up a lot of gaming possibilities.
Because shit, even Xbox was like, yo, one of our biggest multiplayer games on the first system was Fusion Frenzy. Bring that shit back.
Hmm. I remember that game.
Yeah,
There was a
Fusion
couple.
Frenzy.
There was a couple games that I did play on Xbox when I was younger, um, but there wasn't a lot of them that I was too into. The only one that I really was, but I think it's available. I think it was available on PlayStation 2 as well. Was State of Emergency, because my dad used to own an Xbox 360. So
That game got dry fast.
you think so?
In my opinion, yes. Like that shit was fun for like the first 2 hours. After that, it was like, yo, this shit's repetitive as fuck. It was like,
Well, I
damn.
was I was much younger at that point.
Yeah, when you're
I
younger,
just
it don't
found it.
matter.
Yeah, I found it entertaining. If I was to go back and play it now, like I do want to go back and play it just to get a new eye on it. You know what I mean, and see if I would still like it the same way that I did back then.
Shit,
Um,
I just saw a
who knows?
commercial for a game coming out that hit like my hood nostalgia to my soul.
Ooh.
Because apparently they're making a new riding game. Now, you might be too young to know this.
Mm-hmm.
In Chinese stores in Cambodian neighborhoods all across America, especially in the hood,
Mm-hmm.
there was a air fighting game called Riding. It was a red plane and a blue plane, and you shot at aliens and shit. Yo, motherfuckers would play this one hit and you were dead.
Okay.
Yo,
Okay.
this shit was a skill, a game of skill, and now they're
That
making a
sounds
new
like it would
one.
have me raging.
Yeah, yeah, it would. Cause shit,
Mm-hmm.
I remember a buddy of mine's had it on Sega Genesis, and I was like, yo, let me borrow that. Because it was
Mm.
just like, because I was like, now maybe I could beat it. Shit took me like forever to actually beat, and when you beat it,
Mm-hmm.
all it did was start a new mode that was like 5 times harder.
Oh my God, are you
And I was just like,
serious?
yo.
That would have killed me.
But I look forward to it. Anyway, we're actually right up to the time mark for today.
Sounds good to me.
uh, I want to thank Val for coming in. She's she's an absolute charm. She's a great friend and she's an awesome
Mm,
streamer. And of course, we
thank
want to
you.
thank you guys out there for checking out the Amerime Junkies podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We know you guys are might be driving around, downloading it, or you're right here on YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed and you hit the damn bell. You got to hit the bell. It's very
Gotta hit the
important.
bell. Mm-hmm.
And and please leave a comment. Let us know what you think. Uh, Val, when's the next time you're streaming?
Next time we'll be streaming will be on Sunday. I'll be on Sunday.
All right, all right.
Mhm.
What are you playing? Are you gonna
Uh,
go at Stray again or what?
no, I already finished Stray. So I haven't exactly determined what the next game I'm gonna be playing is. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still debating. But I have a couple that are in mind. I'm thinking of doing a horror game. So we'll see what
Until
happens.
Dawn.
Ooh, you know what? I might.
There you go.
I might because that one I've been meaning to play for a while, but you know what? All right, but
All right, you guys. This is Corey Salttrue Floyd for the Amerime Junkies. We're going to be signing out. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we out.
bye.
Hi, everybody. This is Corey Salttrue Floyd for Amerime Media, and I hope you enjoyed this podcast video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to check out our other videos right over here. You have a good one. See you around.